Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tacco, tiro, goal!
Hello, you're listening to Calcio Daily, everything you need to know about Italian football in less than 5 minutes. Ciao ragazzi, this is Andrew with your Calcio Daily for Friday, February the 4th, our 162nd daily show in a row. Before we begin, remember that Calcio Daily is a value for value podcast, so you donate what you think the show is worth. Now, the best way to do that is via the Fountain Podcast app on the iPhone or Android. But now you can also buy each episode as an NFT on OpenSea. Just search OpenSea.io for Calcio Daily. It isn't often that we get a chance to meet our heroes, but for one Sicilian José Mourinho Superfan, that's exactly what happened this week. Marco, a Mourinho fan since watching his Porto team win the Champions League in 2004, drove all the way from his home in Palermo to camp outside the entrance to the Roma training ground every day for the week of his hero's 59th birthday. On the last day of his campout, Marco was rewarded when an official from the club invited him to join the Roman squad for lunch, including the great man himself. Despite being very grateful for the opportunity, Marco kept himself very calm, even as he broke bread with the Portuguese coach, who even acted as his butler. Marco said, "I've been a fan of his for a long time, and all I wanted to do was wish him happy birthday. I never dreamed in a million years that I would actually get to meet him. I would have been happy enough if he had just stopped to say hello, but this is really something else. The thing that struck me most is how genuine he is and how well he treats everyone, even me." At the end of their encounter, Marco asked Mourinho to sign his t-shirt, which showed a slightly disturbing image of Jose riding around Rome on his scooter, with Marco as his passenger. Joy of all joy, Serie A is back this weekend, and the standout game is tomorrow's Milan derby. All media coverage is about the absolute whooping that Inter are going to hand out to Milan, but in these matches you just never know. Another prime topic has been the pitch at San Siro, which is in such a terrible state that parts of it will be coloured green to make it look better on TV. Here are this weekend's Serie A fixtures. Tomorrow we have Roma-Genoa, Inter-Milan and Fiorentina-Lazio. On Sunday we have Atalanta-Cagliari, Bologna-Empoli, Sampdoria-Sassuolo, Venezia-Napoli, Udinese-Torino and Juventus-Verona, while on Monday it's Salernitana-Spezia. That's all from us for today. Remember to support us via a donation on the Fountain Podcast app. And until tomorrow, this is Andrew saying, Arrivederci ragazzi, a domani!